Welcome to another show of Word to the Wise with the exclamation point. Coming at you live and giving it to you just like how you want it. All you gotta do is just don't stop and get it. Well, you're tuned in to the funkiest show this side of the paper. Who, me? I'm just your friendly neighborhood tour guide, your liaison. Terry Patrick coming at you on Word to the Wise every single Wednesday. But my name is unimportant. It doesn't matter who I am, it's more important of who I am. Because I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody that can save anybody. And you know why I do this here? Oh, great. I do this for Pops and Fat Mom. Get up and get ready, because we're about to get it on and get it started. I am so glad that you guys have come here today, because we have a great show for you. And I really want everybody just to understand something really simple. We are doing something that's really nice for Father's Day. And I really feel that fathers, in my own humble opinion, cousins, get a bad rap sometimes. And there are some good fathers that are out there. And I just want to talk to you about my father just for a second. Oh, my goodness. My father, I'm got to say, like the EST, the Act Nicholas one, the greatest man alive. Yes, my father was there, worked the same job 40 years, man. Only had one day off a week, and that was Wednesday. And that's why I do this podcast on a Wednesday. My father made sure he was in my life, and I loved him every day of my existence, all the way up until this dying day. He put a strong work ethic into me. He always said a man has to work. But my father wasn't an educated man, but boy, woo, he was intelligent. I'm here to tell you, cousins, yes, my father was a philosopher of sorts, told me many great things. And he told me one thing that I will never, ever forget when it comes to about being a dad. He said, kids just want your time. There are some that live in big, expensive mansions, luxurious places, and not as happy as somebody in a 2-bedroom apartment. You know why? Home is where the heart is. And my father made sure he was there for us on a daily basis. Miss you, Pop. You're a great man, and you still are. But you know what? I live on through you. I, because of you, am who I am today. And I didn't come alone, cousins. Oh, no, I didn't, cousins crew. I brought somebody with me today, and you know what? I want you guys to give a big Word to the Wise welcome for the one, the only, the incomparable. Give it up for Cory Cofer, better known as BessKepp.
Hey, how you doing, Bess? Oh, I'm doing all right, man. Cat Daddy in the mix. I don't know if they know you by Cat Daddy in the mix or just Terry Patrick, but I'm just blessed to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, they one and the same, baby. They are one and the same, you know. I got a little saying I always say at the end of my podcast that we go way back like fat crayons and Hot Wheel tracks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, you know, and I want to talk to you about fatherhoods, the ups, the downs, and the workarounds. But I would be remiss, man, if I didn't tell everybody about who you are. You are an influencer, and you are a person who has helped other people find their voice. I remember walking into your spot over there in Pomona, man. And
yep, I remember when you walked in.
that was way back. We were sitting on beanbags and everything.
Yeah.
Yes, and you know, and the way that I met you was we were at 5th Street Dix in the Merck Park, and back then, I mean, some of the heavyweights, almost every cat who came through there wound up being a host of some sort. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely.
And you told me you were going to start up this spot, and boy, did you ever, man! How long you been running?
Man, we went from 2000 to 2021. And then we kind of took a break, and we're still kind of like doing things here and there, but we were straight ahead from like every Thursday for 18 years straight. We were every Thursday. And then, then we kind of took a little break and we started doing it every month, once a month. And then COVID kind of caused us to slow down a little bit. We'll bring it back here and there. But yeah, it was a good run. And it's still a good run. We do it like 3 times a year or so, but yeah, it was a good.
That is a beautiful thing, man, because I'm going to tell you, many open mic spots, man, it's hard to get an anniversary. If you could, if you can put together 18 years.
18 years, man. And you gotta
keep it going.
People who run the venue, the small business owners and whatnot that invite us in to have that space, y'all got to be on the same page. There's a lot of things that got to go right for us to kind of like have that type of longevity and consistent longevity. So it was cool, man. We had so many people come through, and I got a chance to meet so many people who ended up being my lifelong friends. So it was a good thing, open mic, poetry, spoken word, and everything else in between.
Man, give a shout out to Ghetto Spear, Camp Blue, Simply Cat. And who's that on the ones and twos back on there? JP.
Yeah, brother.
It was a vibe, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had that one spot with them tacos, I believe.
Oh, yeah, taco nazo, yeah. Yeah, the shrimp burrito.
Right, that was a beautiful thing. But speaking of this perseverance and surviving and just making it through, Father's Day, man, it's coming up, We are sitting right here in slap dab in the middle of June, and we got Juneteenth that is also happening. And I know for a fact that, a man of substance has been through many, many ups and downs and workarounds. I want you to tell me about your father. What kind of man was your father?
First of all, man, thank you for sharing this story about your dad, man. That was heartwarming, and I appreciate that. And it really did remind me of who my dad is. He worked blue collar. I got this line. Our parents was blue collar, and now we scholars. People are notebooks. You know what I'm saying? So my dad, my dad, a blue collar worker. He worked in a company, like a mattress company. He did that for several years. And then he's still here. And he lives in Northern California by himself, just doing his thing. We have conversations on a regular, but he was always in my life. Him and my mom separated when I was at a young age. But what he did was, when I entered I was living with my mom all the way up until high school. And what my dad did when I got to high school is he allowed me to live with him. And that's when it was great too, because my mom was moving around a lot. So my dad provided that stability that I needed. And just being there with him, he worked swing shifts from 2 to 10. So when I left from work, he was asleep. When I got home from school, he was at work. When I went to bed at night, he was still at work. I would just get home. But he always worked, and he always kept food on the table. And he always gave me what I needed and provided me what I needed.
So you went out and got an education, right?
Yes. I went to the University of Laverne in Southern California, and I was playing football. I was playing high school football. Now I went to a junior college in Stockton. I played football there for 2 years, and I transferred to Laverne, and I played football there for a couple of years. And ever since then I've been out here in Southern California.
Yeah, how come you didn't play for the Cowboys?
Oh, I know, man. I wish I was a fan. I would have been right there, Yeah, but
sports was big with me and my dad too, Beth. That was our thing, man. Baseball, basketball, football, boxing. And I became a Minnesota Viking fan. Long story. No more Kirk Cousins is the short version. Yeah. All right, one playoff game in 6 years wasn't gonna cut it. No. So good luck, Atlanta. Good luck.
Exactly. Minnesota gave him a lot of money though, so
guaranteed.
Yeah,
guaranteed money. They're only play for guaranteed money.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be a GM one day. And speaking of the days, what kind of father do you strive to be? Because you got kids, right?
Yeah, you just had this.
I mean, yeah.
I'll be before I move to me being a father, I'll be remiss not to mention my stepdad, who was also in my life too, and I learned a lot from him as well. You know, not everyone has a great story about their stepdad, but my stepdad was cool. Him and my dad was probably pretty much opposite, so it gave me a good combination of what I needed to grow up as a young man. You know, but as a father myself, I just try to be there for my kids, just the time and give them advice. You know, I have older kids now, like you. I still have younger kids. I have 2 younger kids and 2 older kids. When I say older, they're college age. And what I learned, and I people like, you didn't know that? But dang, these older kids, my adult kids, man, they need me just as much as my young kids.
Ooh, what you say, cousin?
You know, so so it's like just being there, and I'm glad that they seek me for advice or for help or assistance. But I'm a father to them every single day. So all you fathers out there, just because your kid hit 18, don't mean it stops there. I know it doesn't stop, but doesn't mean it stop on a daily basis. They still check in with you. You got to check in with them, or you got to check in with them when they're not checking in with you. You know, and
Still need money. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I said that.
Yeah, still need money and still need reminders. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, brother.
I have a high school kid. I have a daughter, a young daughter. Was in elementary still, and I have the 2 college age kids. So I just try to be there for all of them. And what I'm learning as a parent as I go along is every kid needs to be parent different. You know, and not only be parent differently, but as they age, you got to change your approach with them as well. So that's something I'm still continuing to figure out. You know, being a father is a lifelong thing. You know, but it's a beautiful thing. So I'm enjoying it.
Mm-hmm. You know? I've always said that, you know, you can pour as much of yourself into them and train up a child, but they're still going to go their own way. I got all girls, 3 daughters, man, and a grandbaby. You know, my grandbaby, my little sky baby. You'll see her at the end of the program. And I love grandparenting, you know, so me, my wife, and the 3 daughters and the grandbaby, 2 dogs, they both girls. I'm a Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me, because I'm the only one in the house that got some testosterone. But I'm trying to say is, each kid was different. You know, what worked on the oldest did not work on the middle one or the youngest. And what is working right now for the grandbaby, they tell you, man, Dad used to give us money out the front pocket. How come she get it out the wallet?
Yeah, man.
Wow, man.
Okay.
And that's the future. I believe that's the future of fatherhood, is grandfatherhood. What do you think is the future of fatherhood?
You know what? I just think, you know, right now, I just read a statistic recently just saying that there are more Black men in their kids' lives than ever before at this point. And I just feel like that's the future right there. It's like, you know, Black fathers being the anchor of their families in a more like just having more of that. You know, there was too many single moms back in the day. And I feel like because of that stigma, we're all trying to you know, be better at being fathers and being, even if it don't work out with the mom or the wife or whatever, it's still important to be part of your kid's life. So I think that's the future of fatherhood for the Black man. I feel like it's being there, like, you know, I feel like, you know, it was looked at as something that, well, we kind of accepted. Now we don't want to accept that no more, man. Dang, be there for your kid. Go to his game. Want some balls with your kid. Do some stuff like, come on, it don't take much. It don't take money. No, like you said earlier, it just takes that time, you know. So I just think that's the future. I feel like it's just an increased role of not only just Black men, but all men in their child's life, you know. So
yeah, I would love to see fathers get together a little bit more and just talk about it, because there are some things that need to be discussed, and we're coming out of mental health month, and
Stuff those
and I'm
tears.
just stuff them down, you know, like the gut of a teddy bear. But I'm gonna tell you right now, men do cry, and men do have feelings, and sometimes you can express those inappropriately. There's a different way, you know, being able to be a father, and I think that the old school way still works, but it has to be new and improved. in the future.
Exactly. Because the belt ain't always going to work,
Right.
Well, it's good to sit down and, like you said, just talk to them. And even therapy, therapy is something that, Black fathers, we can benefit from sometimes to help us deal with the trauma that we endured when we were young. You know what I'm saying? So from how our parents parent.
Yeah, I think we do need that role. And that's a question I wanted to ask you. Do you think the world needs men to play that bigger role in their child's life?
Yes, I mean, I definitely think the world needs it. I mean, I just feel like, I feel like when you have families that don't have a male figure, I just feel like that's just a recipe for destruction, So I feel like just being there and like not only just being the father, but like being seen. Like I saw something recently that said that kids are more successful when their fathers show up to their parent conference meetings. Studies say little stuff like that. Because there are times when fathers are in the house, but they leave all that other stuff up to the parents. And I'm an educator. I can tell you firsthand. Parent conference meetings, the mom always shows up. But I love it when fathers show up because when a kid sees that, man, it just makes a world of a difference. And to know that their father is, whether their father is a scholar or whether their father don't have much education, to see them there supporting their child, that can go a long way, in their child's success academically. So, like just doing the things that we should be doing. It's not a mom's role, it's not a father's role, it's a parent role. So it's just having more, just being part of what goes on in your child's life in all facets. I feel like that's important.
I definitely agree with you 100% to the point here. Let's give a round of applause on that right there. Yeah, you heard it right here on Word to the Wise, y'all. Because right now, what we are doing is just two men sitting together, having a conversation that is much needed. And I want you guys to be able to share this with somebody that There's some new fathers out there. And the scariest feeling that you can have is holding your first kid in your hand and like, I'm responsible. It's me. I'm responsible for this human being. Boy, I don't care how big and bad and tough you are, how much gangster you think you are. That child's eyes will snatch your breath away. And that fatherhood is real, boy.
Yeah, you are not lying.
Yeah, so share this program. Yeah, like, subscribe, and comment. We want to hear what you think. Drop a comment in the chat box. What kind of father are you, and what kind of father would you like to be? Because we want to help somebody right here, right now. Everything that you said, man, is 100% true. But I always say you got to tell the unadulterated truth. Because it was some times when it wasn't easy, right, BessKepp?
Yes.
All right. So what do you believe about yourself that helped you to become successful and deal with hard times?
You know what? It's just growing and learning from my mistakes and being able to own up to my mistakes. I wasn't always a perfect father. I'm still not the perfect father, but I'm trying to improve all the time. I know my mom used to yell at us a lot, and so I know when I started out as a parent, that's one thing that I would do when I didn't agree with something, I would yell, cause I felt like that was powerful enough. But a lot of time when the community yell at a kid, they don't hear what you're saying. They just know that you're yelling, So just things like that has helped me being able to self-reflect as a parent. And see, like I mentioned earlier, every kid is different. Just learning what works with one kid and how that may not work for the other kid, just things like that,
My mother and father married on a front porch in backwoods, Mississippi. Relocated the family to California. My father had to drop out of 8th grade to work on the family farm, Wow. My grandfather, my dad's father, was a Mississippi Baptist minister. Which means he was a traveling minister. He would go to different churches and stuff and preach. to be on the road on a Saturday night trying to get to a church off in the sticks somewhere. But my father, he made sure that we got an education. Because, see, my mother is the one that taught my father how to read and write. Yes, he was actually the bus driver driving the other kids to school, which was a little bit younger than him. But he had to work, and that's the way it was. So he came up on the rough side of the mountain and hard times, but he had a smooth and calm demeanor. Now, my mom was wild and ruckus, and she was my mom threw a family-sized chicken noodle at me one time, and it stuck in the wall. Woo! I've had this bad habit, BessKepp, of trying to scare people. I always like to jump out and scare. I scared her. She picked that can up and threw it, and boom, stuck right in the wall. Family size. So, yes, that's the type of mom I had. She was when she whooped you, you stayed whooped. But if she said, Daddy is coming home, because he worked every day, but he come home, he didn't really want to hear it. If he had to, he was going to explain to you why.
Yeah.
This is why. Okay? So any man that is listening to this, I may be talking to somebody, I may be talking to nobody, but I got a funny feeling you're looking at me right now. You're thinking about it, walking away from your family. You're thinking about giving it up. This is hard. Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, nobody ever told you it's going to be easy. If you do what is easy, then your life will be hard. Yes. But if you do what's hard, then your life will be easy. Do what's hard. Do the hard thing. And that may mean forgiveness and letting some stuff go sometimes. It may mean sitting down and actually listening to your child. What do you got to say? And hear them. Don't just speak to them. Conversation is a two-way street, is it not, cousins? Come on, somebody. Conversation is a two-way street. Listen to your child. Listen to your girl, too. All right? And there may be times when you have to go splitsville, but guess what? You're breaking up from that woman, not your kid.
Yep.
I said it and you heard it. Hang in there, young man. Hang in there. Because one day you may be a grandparent.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, it gets easy, but it starts off a little bit rough. And that is the truth. Can you agree with me, BessKepp?
I agree with you, man. And I love what you said. If you do what's hard, life will be easy. I'm going to take that with me.
Take that.
Yeah.
Take that. That's another one of my popisms. See, you got more than a million of them, man. A million.
You do.
You know what? I can't let you go without you to at least spitting some of that hot stuff, man. I need some of that Southern California spoken word, baby. I need some of that, man.
All right, cool. I got some poems that 3 little quick poems that actually apply to what we're talking about today. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit them up. Single parent household still got the scars. Mama found a new man, she's feeling like a star. Compared to my real dad, he wasn't up to par. 40-cent bus rides, he didn't live far. I wish my parents stayed together like the Cosby Show. Both parents in the home, watching seeds grow.
Nice.
I would hug my father as I smelled his pungent cologne. My ear on his mercury belly. His fancy van had a sink and a prominent couch, a new car sent air fresheners, and a license plates with our last name. And when I visited him on those Saturdays, I would meet his girlfriends and their best jeans. And we'd eat Chinese. And on them Saturdays, I played ball with Pops, and he fell hard like old men do. And I fall hard until I learn not to, like young men do. You see, the Janet Jackson or Lisa Bonet for us, we debate and fuss and play too much. Cuss when mama ain't around till we slip up. Now the switch ups in the trees. Got my name on it, thought about it. Me and the homeboys argued the dopest MCs until we fought about it, all about it. Chuck D and KRS Black History, they taught about it. Classic raps laughing at brain cells, we tapping in Too Short, Freaky Tales, and Marvel how he story tells. Aunties tell us we manage. We call the girls hot tail, or fast, or grown. We act on our own. Asking for phone numbers, acting like front runners still behind. Learning never exhausts the mind. Even when we lost our minds, we still had time.
Nice, man. You got it, brother. So say you still got it. You ain't never lost it.
I appreciate it, dog. Appreciate that, you know.
Man,
Can I close it out with this one little short piece I got about my stepdad?
yeah, I want to hear that one.
Okay, this is called Stepdad. Never would I put him in the place of my dad, but at times he was the only father figure I had. And yes, I know that he made mistakes, but now that I'm grown, I can better relate. He once told me I'd be president someday. Still reaching for the stars since he told me that day. His bag of pork skins, Michelob, tall can. To this day, it's surreal that I won't see him again.
My goodness, my brother. My brother. Listen, man, I got to thank you for dropping by and coming by the Cousins Crew Cigar Bar,
I
man.
appreciate that, cuz.
Yeah, just hanging out with us. That's all it is. Just good people doing good things, having good conversation, man.
Talk about my man.
You keep me in your thoughts and prayers, family.
I definitely will. I appreciate you having me on here, man. I love this podcast, man. You do a good job with this. And also, too, just let you know I'm going to be in Texas in September. Then Opus Clips, where I'll be out there, man. So we're going to have to hook up. Then yeah,
All right.
you have to hook up, though.
Yeah. Because you know we go way back like fat crayons and Hot Wheel tracks, baby. Yeah. Like droopy diapers and Similac. Yeah, like slave chip villages and auction blocks. Wavy fiddle pushing Cadillacs and before pushing rocks. Oh, yes. This is the funkiest podcast this side of the Pecos, y'all. And I feel like we made a kindred spirit. Yes, I do. But I want you guys to do me one quick favor. If you could. And I just want you to do this right now.
I hope you like the podcast. And you didn't like the podcast.
Come on, be serious.
And you didn't like the podcast. Like and subscribe.
All right, cousins, we'll see y'all on the backside, all right? Yes, I'm gonna do y'all like I do my potatoes. I'm gonna plant you now, but I'll dig you later. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Thank you. Peace.
Peace.